The reason why this podcast sucks and we have no fans is because Rick and damn Duper talk way too goddamn much.
Presented also by Duper, El Beardo, and Greg. Not sponsored by.
Some people say that there are too many dicks in this road. We say that the dicks are not big enough. Moby the Dick is just 3 feet of dildo for men and women that love the dick. And who doesn't love the dick? Not only is Moby fun in private, but Moby has a suction cup making it a great coat hanger. Just released Moby 2.0 now comes with eruptions. Just fill Moby up with your favorite cream filling and watch the fun happen. While the dildo is huge, our inventory is not. Grab one up now.
Ew.
Memes.
All right, guys. What's going on? Duper, what's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just enjoying the fireworks from behind the scenes here. It's a lot of fun to put together a podcast and have 4 guys trying to figure this whole thing out from the bottom up and having different views. So it's been an adventure for sure.
Absolutely. Greg, what do you got?
Dude, so have you ever known somebody, right? Where just you bust your ass on something and then you're good at it. And then that guy just frustrates you at the last minute. So there's a particular guy on this podcast. I won't say his name out loud. Let's just say it rhymes with Dick.
Rick.
So other than with that, I'm good, man. How's it going with you, Rick? I mean, Dick.
Well,
Rick.
I also have this friend. I have a friend named Leg, who thought, I'm going to jump into this for the first time in my life and come up with something which was excellent, but not exactly what we needed at the time, and lost it when I said that. So good. Other than that, Josh,
who does Leg rhyme with?
Peg.
Oh no, it's McIntyre that it rhymes with. Sorry.
Palmdale English.
Oh, how are you, Josh?
I'm good, man. Just been using that mute button in all of our text messages so I don't have to see the fighting. And
No.
other than that, dude, I'm here.
I told you, this is going to be the worst episode ever.
No, I'm really excited about that because that sets up a precedence in the future for my legal battle that I'm planning to have with all you guys when we make it big. I'm just going to, Josh didn't do shit. He just admitted it right now on the radio. So.
You hit the mute button.
This was my evidence. So thank you, Josh. I've backed you into that corner, and we all appreciate it.
It's all
You're
good.
not getting paid.
I'm saving everything. You use my beer. I'm going to get paid.
You're going to donate the beer to cancer societies or what?
After you pay me, after I win my millions, after this podcast becomes big, maybe.
Win your millions. What a dick, dude.
No, that's right.
I had millions once.
So Rick had a really fun idea about introducing each other. So we're going to do some bios real quick. Josh, do you have a bio that you did on one of us?
Oh, back that up a second. This is going to go on our website.
Great. Okay. You guys are making me go first. All right.
I cannot wait to hear your message, sir.
I don't know how these are supposed to go because, like I said, I mute all of the text conversations. So mine is about Mr. Gregory.
And
I wrote a little piece about Greg. Greg is a recovering curbaholic. He used to love driving into curbs and smashing them with his pristine brand new cars, and also getting drunk and falling off of them. After his last curb incident where he had to get staples in his head, he decided to give up on curbs and has been clean for 15 years. Greg also loves the Colorado Avalanche and Patrick Waugh. He still tries to use Waugh on his fantasy hockey team. Greg's a big Spider-Man fan and sometimes puts on his childhood costume when he's feeling feisty, even though it hasn't fit in over 20 years. And then one last thing I have about Greg, he loves to drink water every morning like it was his first drink in 10 days after being stranded in the middle of a hot Vegas desert. The noises that come out of him are sometimes harsh on the ears, but we still love him. Greg, we love you.
Aww.
I had
Greg.
no idea you still had that Spider-Man costume. Can you send us a picture?
Dude, I haven't watched it either, man. It's fantastic.
How many years has it been?
It's my good luck suit, dude. I wear it when I need good luck.
So you've been running around town in that Spider-Man costume. No underwear, right?
Well, I mean, who would?
And you have not washed that thing in that amount of time.
It's so old it actually split right around the groin area, and there's one ball hanging out.
That's disgusting. It's because he's so old, you know. I mean, your balls start to drop a little bit, and so it's like dropping out of the Spider-Man thing. So that's a little bit interesting. That's just kind of disgusting.
Yeah, but I rely on the white webbing to patch things up.
Oh, is it webbing?
It took me a minute to catch that one. That was really good. We're gonna move on from that. Rick, you made a bio, right?
Yeah, I want to go last.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
What that means, everybody, is that he didn't make a bio and he's trying to stall for time.
All right. So I'll go next because why not?
Oh shit.
So my bio was about Josh. Many people, a few words speak wisdom with the words that they do use. Josh is a man of few words. However, he's not said a meaningful thing in 25 years since the day I've met him. He's also a car enthusiast. He loves to look at and he loves to talk about cars. However, his soft, delicate, feminine hands have never held a cold, hard wrench. He's never changed the oil on a car. He might be able to tell you how much horsepower a Super has, but he can't tell you the difference between an oil filter and an air filter. Josh is so slow and lazy, it has had serious effects on his body. He moves so slow that moss has formed on his face, and he calls that a beard. That's what I got for you, buddy.
Wow. Well, I quit the podcast.
I love you.
I'm out.
Shit.
He actually
Well,
muted
he
himself.
did it on the recording. And he muted.
Can I go to my 30-second safe space now?
No, that's my safe space. You can't go in there.
Can I go to my own, like a 33-second?
I guess you're stealing my bit like you do everything else. So, I mean, why did I think you might say something useful here?
That's cool. See ya.
It's going to take him 33 seconds to get there.
All right, Greg, what do you got, buddy?
Oh man, dude, I've been waiting for this for so long. You guys, I really had to take like a lot of work in editing back because I didn't want the podcast to be 50 minutes. But what can be said about Rick? ? Billionaire playboy philanthropist, amazing, spectacular, loyal, dedicated, maybe innovative. Unfortunately, none of these words actually describe who Rick actually is. Rick is a cheap bastard who never finishes a beer. He gets jealous easy and will take credit for ideas that were not his own. In his mind, that makes him the self-proclaimed leader, though not through the popular vote of the Take Morning podcast. His hobbies include golfing, video games, and anal sex.
Okay, first.
So, is he going off the electoral college?
Rachel doesn't know about the anal sex, so thanks. That's the first thing. Also, just for a future warning, don't ever let Greg do a project unless you're going to give the smiley face star, because this is what you get. Very bitter.
No bullshit, Rick. No bullshit. He wrote this before that.
What did I take credit? Okay, well, first of all, what did I take credit for?
He had to go to. It doesn't matter. He had to go to bed, so he didn't have a chance to revise this. I cannot even imagine how it would have been revised after yesterday's conversations. But this was pre that blow up.
So,
And we have the text messages to prove it.
Like episode 10, can we do a revised vision?
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Yeah, we can totally update it again.
Are we just gonna have like a 45 FTMF session?
It's gonna be us and one another like holy shit.
Fuck you. That's all it is. All right, I guess I'll go with my draft. It's quick because I am drafting it. Yeah, anal sex. It's quick. After spending years in the Army, Dustin went straight out of Killeen, Texas, with a 20 box of Bud Light and a Pontiac LeBaron. He continues to run from his past, avoiding the law and the military that put him in this state of mind. The last words heard were, "Burma's a war zone." That's all I got right now.
So first off, yeah,
Rambo.
It's terrible because
Rambo.
a Pontiac
You've
is a
known,
Chrysler LeBaron. Josh, back me up on this.
you've known
I don't
him
know.
for 20
It
years.
was a
That's all you
Chrysler.
got?
I don't know. It's a
Piece of shit
LeBaron.
friend.
I know it was a LeBaron. It's red, and it's a
Pontiac?
convertible.
Who has a Pontiac?
He did. So, actually made sense. He had one, and he wants the other. Boom.
What?
None of this works.
He had a Pontiac.
Greg, come up with the bio for me on the spot, bud. You got one?
Okay, me. Dupper or Duper or Dustin. Which is the man that we really know? On one face, we see a happily married man, honorable father, dedicated to the United States of America. But then on the other side of it, he gets angry. And when he gets angry, he doesn't enunciate. He stumbles and mumbles, and he turns green, and he turns into Duper Smash. And I don't know.
That might not have been the anger. That's just the alcohol that I used to drink. That's why I don't drink anymore.
That was 20 times better than Rick's.
Right. Now, how much time did you have to prepare that, Greg?
You heard me prep with the me's and momos. So yeah, about 8 seconds.
Oh, that's good. And Rick, this was your idea a week ago. How much time did you have to prep?
I'm sorry. I was trying to fix all the fuck-ups from Greg's editing on his goddamn week-long journey. I apologize I didn't have fucking time.
You know what? I would love for everybody to hear my fuck-ups, but Rick deleted it.
No, you deleted it, son.
Hey, Greg.
You deleted it. The story is you deleted it.
Greg.
Yeah, I did.
I love your face.
Aww, I love your moss.
Thanks. There actually might be some in there, too.
I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. All right, so is that all we got on the bios, Rick? Did you come up with anything a little bit more clever than that?
Nope.
No.
That's
all
it.
right. I guess we're moving on from that, Master Rick.
That's what we got. All right, so let's just move on to the next subject.
We should have our wives write our bios.
Oh,
that's actually...
God.
No, because it's going to be about us all having small dicks.
It really will just be about small dicks. Like, nothing else will be talked about. He doesn't do the dishes and he's got a small dick. That's all you hear.
From all four of them? Like,
exact same thing. Just a chorus of it.
Like, and now you wonder why they did a 35-minute show on the Moby.
The Moby episode, I don't know if we can ever release that. It was so raw and uncut. Like, I was afraid, like you, Greg, to share that with family. Like, I was like, holy fuck, dude.
That's my favorite episode ever. I'm not going to lie. It was so fucking funny.
I'll share it to your grandma, Rick.
All right.
My wife heard some parts from it, and she was like, oh my God, all you guys do is talk about dicks on your podcast.
Oh, yeah. Becca and Rachel were listening to it, and they both turned red.
Did they?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was the intent.
It was an awkward one for sure. So we've all had some awesome stories with one another that we will review in the future. But specifically, we've all had some cars that kind of reflected our time and our experiences together, that kind of exemplified who we were at that time. And I just wanted to review kind of what cars that were our favorite and our least favorite cars that we've owned, and what they meant, and some stories behind those cars. Josh, you got any stories?
I'm not going first this time. Let's let Greg go first.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, why? Why are you scared? You're the car guy.
I just want
You are
to
the
have
car. This is your topic.
All right.
You're the car guy.
All right.
I'm the funny guy.
This is coming.
Rick is the Fuhrer.
This is coming from.
What am I?
Dick.
I like how we keep cutting Josh off. Go, Josh, go. I mean, no.
Second,
He's stealing my bit, dude. I'm not cool with this. Like, the son of a bitch comes into this podcast, steals my shit, and now he's talking about how he's going to sue us and take all of our money when he doesn't do shit on the podcast. Can I go on for 33 seconds about how much of an asshole Josh is? Because I don't know. You guys got anything for me on how much of an asshole Josh is and how he's going to steal our shit?
So what does this have to do with a car?
Oh, my bad.
All right, hey guys, we're back.
Hey, buddy. It's good that you're back. We missed you.
Asshole.
So, Rick, you have any favorite cars that we had back in the day?
It's too heated. I'm going to stay muted with Josh.
What the fuck? This is the worst podcast ever. Everybody's just kind of like, I'm going to mute this shit. All right,
so going back old school, are we talking about each other's cars or the cars that we owned?
Well, you made up the topic, so it's whatever you want to do, Josh.
Well, because it sounds like you're talking about us talking shit about each other's cars. I'll go back to high school when I had my 1985 Toyota Celica.
I love that fucking thing.
ETS. This fucking car was salvaged. The frame was bent. The radiator was held in by duct tape that I had to change every few weeks.
You know you didn't do that shit. You had somebody do that shit for you, Josh.
Hey, shut it. I had to check the oil and water every day. And during the summertime, we had to have the fucking heater on so the car wouldn't overheat.
It was a badass car.
I used to pick up Greg for school with like 3 other people, and we'd cram 5 to 6 people in that car, even though it was only a 4-seater. And we would just take it everywhere. It fucking had a sound system. It had subwoofers in the back, some big-ass 8-inch subwoofers. What else can I say about it?
I don't know. What I think I can say is I'm not going to let you go first anymore because that shit was boring.
So true.
All right, bye.
This whole episode is just a series of Josh signing off, apparently.
Yeah.
So, holy fuck. One of my favorite cars, for sure, that we had back in the day was that little piece of shit car that you had, Rick. What was that? The
Which
hatchback.
one?
The hatchback.
Oh, that was the Golf. That's actually that's on my list as my worst car.
Was it? Well, I mean, it was a terrible car. Don't get me wrong, but that was the car that we drank 70-20 boxes out of, and then that was also a car that had some very colorful language on the back window. Do you remember that?
So what I like here is that Duke doesn't have cars generally, so he jumped on to our worst and best cars. That's my favorite thing about what you just did right now. I don't know. I don't know what I had. Because as long as I've known you had a Pontiac, and now whatever you have now.
That is bullshit. That's 100% bullshit.
Oh, wait, there was. Oh, yeah, you had a VW too.
Come on, Duper, let's talk about your worst car, buddy.
I don't have a worst car. All my fucking cars were fantastic. No, yes, 10. Yes,
Yeah,
10.
yeah,
That was a piece of shit.
What about the Taurus of Terror?
The Taurus of Terror was a monster, but that piece of shit overheated when I was in the mountain in the snow. Like, I know it's possible. I understand how internal combustion engines work, but the vision of that on the side of the road overheating with the steam coming out of the radiator was pretty impactful. The Taurus of Terror, I used to have it didn't have a hood latch, or it didn't have a hood prop, right? So what I had was a broomstick, and it was notched at the end, so then it would go in there and hold the hood up. And when that car would break down, which it always broke down on the side of the road, a 1988 Ford Taurus, don't ever buy one. I would beat the shit out of that car with that broom because I was just so fucking mad. I guess you were right, Greg. It was an anger thing. I was turning green and shit. So, I don't know. Taurus of Terror was great, though, man. Fuck you guys. And then Rick, I had the Honda Prelude, the 1988 Honda Prelude with 4-wheel steering, did perfect donuts. Went through the Ranger Park up there in, where was that at, Josh and Greg? We went camping that one time. And they had freshly done those lines in the middle of the road. And because I was showing off my 4-wheel steering, Josh and we were swerving back and forth in the lanes and fucked up these perfect straight white lines all throughout the ranger station or through the road. And we went back and we had rolls of toilet paper that Josh was like unveiling through the sunroof. This was in high school, right after high school. We were stupid kids. But like there's all this toilet paper. There's fucking, the lines are all squiggly now on the road. And we go back to the campsite. The ranger comes down, pulls up, and then he questions us about the situation. And we're denying it. But then you look over, and on the Prelude's tires is legit white fucking paint. There's no way we were getting away with that one.
There was a fucking track all the way back to our campsite of white paint.
Yeah. So fuck you, Rick. You just got a piece of shit VW that says no fat chicks on the back of it. But my fucking VW, we drove that shit through a fucking mountain. All right, so deal with that.
I can't believe you
shit.
brought that up. I didn't think you were going to bring it up.
7 years of statute of limitations is well past on that.
That'll be another story for later on.
Yeah, that's a legendary story.
No, see, and I don't know what cars you've ever had. You've always just been fucking hitchhiking and bullshit like that.
Well, you were hitchhiking with me.
You always had a car. You've always had a car that barely ran, Rick.
I still have a car. I still have a car that barely runs.
He still does.
I don't care as long as I get as long as I live. I'm never going to spend the money on a fucking car. As long as it just gets me there and back, and it has AC now. I've moved up as I got older. I expect AC. That's it.
He makes
maybe some cruise control.
He makes the wife drive his car to work while he gets the nice one at home.
Oh, what a dick, dude! He is such a piece of shit.
That's not even true.
So we were texting back and forth. We were talking about these trailers that we were making for the podcast. And you text me, like, I can't hear it on the car radio. I said, motherfucker, roll up the windows and fucking buy a better radio and you might be able to hear it. You can't hear shit in any of Rick's cars because all the windows got to be down because the AC probably doesn't work. Even though he says it does work, it barely works. And then all the road noise because there's no insulation within any of his vehicles at this point because they're so fucking old. And then the radio is just kind of hanging there. It's not even fucking in the dash. It's hanging off the end with some wires. So, yeah, of course you can't hear the goddamn audio.
Hey, we were in Rachel's car, so just gonna throw that one out
which
there.
Also is not. Oh wait, that's the Honda, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna make fun of the Subaru, but all right.
Subaru.
Whatever you had, man. It was a piece of shit. The one that you ruined with the dick guy coming over, and it looks like it got shot up in the trunk.
That was a Volvo.
There's so many more stories about the Prelude too, right, Josh?
Oh yeah, dude. We can go on for hours. We can get, that.
I would say out of our cars, the only car that challenges the Prelude in memories, despite Rick's feeble little mind, is the Sentra.
Yeah. Where do I begin with the Sentra? Well, before I begin, I just want to say, I think I've legitimately gotten drunk and thrown up in most of your guys' cars. I'm trying to remember a car that I did not throw up in, but you're welcome for that, by the way. And I just throw up because of Duper shitty driving, but that's besides the point.
Well, Duper drove every car like it had four-wheel steering after he owned that Prelude.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, the Jetta has some memories too. I almost forgot about the Jetta.
Yeah.
And then, what the fuck? Who the hell's eating?
God damn it, Rick.
That's me.
God damn it, dude. We're playing with your fucking kids' toys again.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying, much like this podcast, I had a love and hate relationship with my Sentra. I mean, from trying to race people and getting smoked all the time to doing dumb shit like putting rims and a carbon fiber hood on a Sentra. Who the fuck does that? What the fuck was I thinking?
Don't forget the headers.
Oh, yeah, and the headers and the exhaust that just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Do you know how long it took for me to put everything back to stock on my car? Because I don't know. Should we mention his name?
No.
We'll call him Kelsey. Yeah, because of what Kelsey did. But anyway, but dude, we had some fucking fun in that car, man.
Yeah, we did.
I remember, oh God, a lot of stuff I cannot mention, because it's still within the statute of limitations. But we had some good times in that car, man. But it broke down a lot too, man. I remember when I was moving my mom from Rosamond to Phoenix area, I literally got 4 different fucking flat tires on my car. Like, how does a motherfucker go? And I just get 1 flat tire, but all 4 fucking flat tires. It was, yeah, you know. And then finally, man, you know, we used to play hide and seek with our cars. How fucking fun was that, dude?
How stupid was it at the same time?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I just remember Rick didn't play most of the time because he was fucking asleep.
Or he didn't have a car that ran.
Yeah, sure too. Yeah, you know.
One of my favorite cars that Rick ever had was the Ram Charger, because he didn't need a key to turn it on, so you could just grab a screwdriver and
All
start
right, so hang on a second. Are we just doing this show as a roast of Rick today? Is that all we're doing today?
What the hell is that?
Is that the fun we're doing? Oh, I bumped my desk by accident.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking because we just sat here for 10 minutes and that's all I'm listening to is bullshit. Plus, we're not on the right subject.
Wow.
So what are we doing with the show? Because the energy's kind of fucked today. Greg's still being a bitch about what happened. I'm not really in a good mood about it. I'm just being honest. I'm kind of irritated. Let's stop the recording for a second.
About?
Hang on. I'm going to pause it.
So one of my favorite vehicles that we had out of all of us was Rick's Dodge Ram Charger. It was by far the nicest car that any of us have ever had, and I wish I would have had one also.
Dude, I think my welcome back was better than yours. You know?
No, okay, no, go ahead.
Just welcome back.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about that Ram Charger is that it was able to take a chipper's head at like 10 miles an hour going full bore. And a chipper is a young, squirrely white guy that'll do anything for about $2 and a cigarette. It was insane. While I was at work, too. Josh, you were there, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Me and Duper started it.
One of my favorite stories of all time about that Ram Charger did not involve Rick at all, because he could just start the truck with a screwdriver. And we were on the way to the movie theater, a few of us. Greg was there. And we made some phone calls. We decided to have a party at the house, and it was the most infamous party we've ever had. It was a 20-minute party because it took 20 minutes to make the phone calls, and it was the biggest party we've ever had. But when we got home, we didn't have a car to get the cake, so we had to go buy some cake. We had to go get the cake, and we had to get the Ram Charger. We had to steal the Ram Charger to go get the cake. So thank you, Rick, for letting us borrow the car without your knowledge.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Where was I? Was that when I was with Rachel?
Yeah, you're at Hearst
Cambria
Castle
or something like that. Yeah, Hearst Castle. That's right.
I'll never forget. You came back so proud of your wine pictures and shit. You're like, oh, look at us. We were so cultured, even our cheese. And we're like, dude, we had a fucking party, dude.
I know.
The biggest party ever.
24 years old, and I was just like, ooh, look, I'm grown up now. And then you guys are like, we had like this fucking raging party. I was like, fuck you, Rachel. I love her so much. I'm so mad. I was so fucking mad.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Dude, and I want to thank that Charger too, because there's been like countless occasions where I was too shit-faced to drive, and then like I would just throw my like keys in my wallet. I mean, stupid in fucking hindsight because those windows stayed down all night. But like I always knew, man, that like no matter how drunk I got, I could wake up the next morning and my car keys and wallet and everything else would be in that car.
Things happened in that car. Like there were some really fun trips. So like the last thing that I want to bring up from my side about that Charger, when we moved to Vegas, when we all moved out to Vegas, I sold the Ram Charger to our gay friend's ex-boyfriend. I bring that up because he was also super duper gay, but he wanted a man truck. That's why he was all about it. Like, I'm going to get this tough guy truck. He had it for a week, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but it started on fire on the freeway, and he left it. And I only found out 2 years later because the DMV sent me something saying, hey, man, what are you going to do about this car that wound up in impound because it burned to the ground? Greatest truck ever and lit up on fire. It was fun.
I'm only upset that we weren't able to have a proper funeral for it. We should have seen it off like a Viking.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm pretty good at setting cars on fire with fireworks. Allegedly.
Chipper could have pushed it into the water with his head, too.
Oh, it would have been amazing. We could have done it all on Dan's property where that giant hill is. So Josh's stepdad, Josh's stepdad had this giant property of like 2 houses, and they were in the middle of nowhere.
Like 15
acres.
Just
fun. 30 fucking cars with no motors that you could just push down this like 200-foot hill and just crash into the other ones. I hope your parents never hear this. But yeah,
Oh my God.
it was a
You
good
guys are
time.
Terrible kids.
Yeah.
They're listening in the background, but
Probably.
I just sent that to your mom, by the way.
Wait till they find out about the Peacock and Rick.
Oh, God damn it. That's right. That was the last pod we recorded, too. Shit. Your parents are going to hate us.
No, hate you. Not me. I didn't kill
I'll
Peacock.
take it.
So I just want to be clear that I don't hate Jesus and I don't condone animal cruelty. So when this comes back to bite us in the ass, I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
And it was an unintentional thing. Like, it was a stick, a tiny stick, maybe 3 feet long, and I was just trying to get him to poke up his feathers, so I poked him in the butt one time. I don't know what happened from there, other than the guy fucking croaked overnight. Maybe he was on his way out, and he was just waiting for somebody to blame. We don't speak Peacock. We don't know.
I mean, if that's what you need to tell yourself to sleep at night, Rick.
Right.
I feel better that way.
I don't think that's going to hold up in a court of law, Rick.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It should not. You should serve time for that shit.
Serve time for
Yeah.
a Peacock dying?
What are you
Because
doing
you're sitting there? Holy shit. What about all those kids at zoos that throw rocks at, like, bears and shit?
Who does that?
Who? Yeah, right. Was that you just talking about your childhood again, or what? Yo,
No. I don't hit all animals.
Well, wait till the stories of the fucking pig in the backyard come out.
There's stories of a pig in the backyard too, Rick?
Yeah, no, that's all on our friend Toof. That'll be a fun story.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. The only thing I ever did other than accidentally killing that peacock is one time I tried to wrestle Josh's geese with my shirt off, and it didn't work.
All right. So
It hurt.
animal cruelty is a point for me. 30 seconds to safe space for Dustin. Thank you for stealing my shit, Josh. I'm gone.
Well,
Rick,
Josh technically had 33 seconds,
Yeah,
so
Dick.
different.
Rick, you're gonna have to go donate to some animal cruelty after the show,
Yeah.
like
That's it.
Greg did.
So Duper and Josh get safe spaces. Rick, does that mean me and you get angry spaces?
Yeah, we're just straight rage,
Like-
dude. We're always
like-
the angry ones.
Like, we need like destruction rooms, like 30 seconds.
Oh,
Like, you've seen those rooms, right? Where like,
Yeah.
smash TVs and
He's going to fuck shit up.
yeah, dude. Maybe we need like Greg and Rick's
Hey guys,
destruction
how are
room.
you guys doing?
Fuck you.
No, don't worry. I just muted him. Fuck you.
Wow,
I
this
like it.
episode 1 is going to be fantastic.
Oh, fuck.
You guys are aggressive when I came back. What happened while I was gone?
We were in our aggro room.
Yeah.
Aggro rooms. All right, I'm curious as to what this will be. Josh, quit stealing my shit. That's my shit. Don't steal my shit.
What the fuck
I
was
will.
that?
Does that mean you came back from your safe space?
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah. All right. So moving on.
God damn it. Who was it, though?
That was me.
Oh, very nice, very
That was
nice.
my computer.
The first one was me like 30 minutes ago, by the way. Have fun with that.
Oh, yeah, that did happen, huh?
Yeah, my bad.
Boss, we found it. We found it, boss.
Let me see it. Oh yeah, the future kid. Dude, it's mystical. I found it in a cave.
Oh my God, guys. So as you know, from the waters of Lake Minnetonka in a cave, we found the future cam. Now what the future cam does is you can either hold the future cam up to any object or person or thing, or you could just simply type it in via text the item or topic that you want to know the future of, and the future cam will tell you the future. So you know what I'm going to start with, guys? I think a good topic, since 2020 has been just the year of fuckery and bullshit, I want to know how the second half of 2020 is going to go. So, all right, so let me put it in. Oh my God, dude, the shit that I'm fucking seeing right now, guys. Like,
What are
if
you saying?
Oh my God, dude, if you think 2020 was bad so far,
How can it get worse?
Shark fucking NATO is a real life thing, dude. It's going to take out some towns in fucking Oklahoma. I don't know how, because Oklahoma doesn't have an ocean, but it's going to be straight up Sharknado and like Tornado Alley. It's insane. Duper, what are you seeing? You seeing anything?
I'm seeing. I do have it in my hands. I see sharks in business suits. They've taken over the companies. They've evolved beyond Sharknadoes.
Oh my God. So it's like a Planet of the Apes, but it's Planet of the Sharks?
Yep.
Dude, that is fucking unreal, man.
Hold on a second. Give me that. Did you guys fast forward any further? I'm skipping out. Okay, well, if you go like 2 years ahead, Jesus Christ, Bear Apocalypse.
Bear Apocalypse.
Yeah,
So
it's the Bear Apocalypse. It actually happened. It's fucking over.
So the 4 horsemen of bears came from above and took shit over and set shit on fire? Or?
Fuck yeah, dude. Everywhere. Shit's going down. The sharks are fighting. They got nothing else. They got a little lazy. A little bit of capitalism in their lives, and here they are. McDonald's. They weren't ready. They weren't ready. That's all I see.
Josh, the Bears should be your people, right? So we should be good, the 4 of us here? Are we safe?
They have me drive the trucks while they have their 50 cal on top.
Holy
taking
shit,
out people.
Dude. Unreal, man.
I'm good with them, dude. If you guys want in, start growing your beards now.
Hit us up on,
damn it.
I know. God damn it. That means I can't grow moobs. I got to grow a beard instead. You know how hard that's going to be?
I can't move that slow to get that moss build up.
Yeah, you can. Just do it.
How much spray paint do we have?
Well, we might need quite a bit. I've been trying to grow this beard out for a year, and it still looks like shit.
You and Rick both.
Yeah.
All right, let me see the camera back, man. Next thing. You know, you know what I think I'm going to do for this one, guys, is we did a lot of talking about the Bronco a couple weeks ago. So I'm curious to see if this thing will actually make it to production and will be, you know, a purchasable vehicle and actually roll out from the assembly lines a couple years from now. So I don't know, guys. It's looking pretty bleak. Are you guys seeing this?
I can't see it, Greg.
You have the camera, Greg.
You have the camera.
Well, I'm trying to show it to you guys like it's a fucking selfie.
Your life
it's got a really tiny screen.
It does have a tiny screen.
That's what she said? No, dude. I don't see the Bronco making it, dude. I mean, from what this is showing me, you know, unless Ford can get rid of like the 10,000 options on the vehicle, I think they're in trouble, man. But I don't know.
You're seeing it wrong, Greg.
I think your camera's broken.
No, let me see it. Hold on. You're right, though. The Bronco's not going to come out. They accidentally put the Ford Pinto back into production.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Thousands of these things coming off the line. It's insane.
Jesus
the Bronco, they totally fucked this up. It was the goddamn Sharks, dude. The Sharks started mass producing the cars, but put in the wrong blueprint, apparently. And now we have the Ford Pinto coming back out.
That's what started the war between the Sharks and the fucking Bears.
It's going to piss the fucking Bears off. Yeah. Don't do that, man. That's a bad call.
You can't fit any goddamn Pinto if you're a Bear.
No. Oh, this is bad.
Duper, can you see if there's like an all-terrain Pinto?
With hill assist?
What?
With hill assist?
No, they do have a turret on the top, but no hill assist.
Oh shit!
Unfortunately, they do have, but they did. Like the Pintos back in the day, if you used to run into the back of them, there was a chance they might blow up. So what they did put was a bigger rubber bumper in the back to try to prevent that. So,
but they kept the gas tank there, right?
Oh, why would that sounds like a lot of work? And sharks are not the hardest working of the animal kingdom. So no, it is still on there, the gas tank. So
yep, we're fucked.
Here's that camera back, Greg.
Oh, thanks, man. All right, so you know I'm fucking worried, man. But I must know for this third topic. I need to know, man. Will this podcast make it to episode 5?
Oh, dude, I don't know if you want to see that. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous.
I need to know, though, man. Well, I need to know if this is gonna last. All right.
That's what she said.
Ooh. So I got some good news and some bad news. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Shoot.
So we are definitely gonna make it to episode 5.
Yes.
But we might lose, some limbs or some lives along the way. I don't know. It kind of looks like a battlefield over here,
Can I see it?
Nah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of like baseball bats and like some gloves with like some glued glass on them, and we're just taking. Yeah, it's kind of like Bloodsport. Remember that movie?
Well, we don't need Josh because he's too lazy to do that much work.
That's why I own guns. I just shoot.
And dude, that's even worse. So I don't know, man. I'll throw it to you guys. What do you guys see?
Let me see that camera, Dan. Let me see that. What I'm seeing here. So we are still episode number 5. Rick is actually broadcasting from prison because it looks like he stabbed Greg in the thigh because he was unhappy about an advertising segment. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. And Rick, it's hard to see it because it's the court documents and it's a tiny little hole in this camera. But it says something about Rick was just upset about the advertising situation. It was a total misunderstanding. Greg put a lot of work into something, and Rick didn't give a shit, and he just shit over it, and then he stabbed him. So, damn it. I can't see anything else, though. I'll lose it. Rick, you want to take the camera real quick?
Well, I just want to know, does Rick miss the femoral artery? Because as long as he misses that, I'm good.
Well, it didn't show that you were dead, so I would assume, I think you survived. Well, because we were still doing the podcast. He was just in jail, so yeah, obviously you lived, so that's good.
All right, cool.
So, hand me that camera.
Yeah, there you go,
man. Let's see here. Let's just look around here. I'm waving it. Holy shit, you're right, dude. I was in jail. And Josh got arrested for accessory? What happened here?
Son of a bitch.
Holy shit. He was so quiet, nobody saw him coming up from behind. God damn it. Holy shit. Oh, and then harboring a fugitive. So I must have hid out at his house. Damn, dude. This is crazy. So, Josh, you're going to have the sweetest prison tats. I just want you to know.
All right. All right, my turn. Give me the fucking camera.
Here.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
Oh, shit. Duper, your face is fucked up.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck happened? Is that why we're in jail also for... Did Rick go crazy with a baseball bat? Because Duper was trying to take over the podcast? Make it his own? The Duper only podcast? What the fuck is going on here?
You guys are so afraid of me leaving the podcast that you knew it would fall under the weight of just the 3 of you dumbasses trying to run this podcast, that you guys literally had to beat me to keep it in it. I appreciate it. That's the biggest compliment I've ever had. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, no problem.
Way to spin that. Way to spin it.
Well, Duper, my leg wasn't so fucked up I'd kick your ass right now.
You're lucky these bars are between us.
Yeah, it's really easy to talk when we're behind bars, bitch.
That's the hardest part about this podcast is you see how the Palmdalians, they stick together, right? Like they will literally fucking murder for each other. But the Vegas guys, no, we'll turn on one another in a heartbeat. God damn it.
I just want to point out, just a course correction there. We're from Rosemond.
It doesn't matter. Palmdalians.
God damn it. Whatever you guys from Pahrump say, I don't know.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
Just give us time. It'll happen.
Oh, you're going to have a lot of time. So do their wives stay with them, Duper, or do they leave them for, hotter, younger, not as fat, not as furry men?
So hold on, let me see the camera. Okay, so it's showing alternate versions here. So in this scenario, they did leave them, and let me look.
Yes, we're getting out, buddy, Rick.
Wait. I'm seeing thousands of versions of the future, and every conceivable version of the future, their wives will leave them because they just suck how fucking bad it's going to be.
Man. So you know what? I'm really going to enjoy these 4 episodes I have with you guys. Not obviously including this one. Give Give me fucking future, Cam. I'm putting that shit away.
All right.
Until
Put
next
it on
time.
the bench. Hey,
The future can be fucking scary, ladies and
so
gentlemen.
the
What?
Doritos bag, the aluminum from it blocks the signal. If you didn't know, that's why he put it in a
No.
Doritos bag. Just like that one chick that put her cell phone in foil or whatever when she was running for Epstein. I got a question.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch the news this week and see that my Los Angeles Dodgers signed Mookie Betts for the rest of his life, or 12 years,
No.
to $365 million?
It's about damn time. The Dodgers keep trading for these huge players, and then they end up leaving us at the end of the season.
Mhm.
I am excited that we finally made a big trade, and it's going to pay off with a long-term player. Between him and Bellinger, oh man, we have our future lined up very well. And Bueller, oh my God, the pitching, the batting,
Yeah.
we're going to be a contender for at least the next 10 years. So it is an exciting signing.
I'm really excited for it. The cool thing is the way that it's structured. We're still going to have a ton of money when Belly comes up or when Walker Bueller come up. We're going to be able to sign these guys, so they are Dodgers for life. We have amazing prospects still in Dustin May, Gavin Lux. We've got these really crazy prospects that are coming up right now. This team is built. We're going to win now, and I think we could still win for the next 6 or 7 years. And then we'll see what happens then. But the contract's really kind of paced out a lot better. It's better than the Pujols contract, where they were kind of just fucked for like 4 years.
Please don't get me
They're barely
started on
coming out of
Pujols.
it. I mean, but that's the contract that I would say draw a comparison to, right? Because they're both very long, and they're trying to take a superstar and lock him in. But Pujols, how old was Pujols when they signed him?
Too old.
92.
I mean, seriously, because I get it. It's Albert Pujols, but he was over 30, right?
Yeah.
Or was he was 30 or over 30? He's too old, man. Mookie is, how old is he right now? 26, 27?
27, 28.
Yeah. So we've got him in his prime, and we're going to have him in his prime for the next 6, 7 years. And at that point, when he drops out of his prime, contract's probably not going to matter, especially the way the league is going. That contract might be really small. Honestly, it might be a deal in 10 years. We might, it might not even matter. So I'm pretty excited, man. This is going to be badass.
So,
My Dodgers.
the only thing, and yeah, congratulations to you, Dodgers. Doesn't fucking matter though, because goddamn, they're gonna give it to Houston. We all fucking know this. But when I hear these contract numbers, right, I'm like, 383 million. Normally I'd be like, oh my God, 383 million. But then when you hear about, okay, well, they just gave Trout last year an extension worth like over around the same numbers, but like getting like well over 400 mil. And then you hear about goddamn Patrick Mahomes, who's also doing 12 years, but is like, going to be half a billionaire, so you're like, like not to like take away from Mookie. He's an amazing player, but I'm just like, damn, did he really get the short end of that stick or what?
You're talking about a $365 million contract not being big enough.
I'm just saying, in LA?
Yeah.
In LA?
Well, well, here's the thing. Like Mookie, he was already, his target market was like 300 million. That's all he was looking for. That's what he was looking for, is at least 300 million, which is a ton of money, and that shows you that you're paying for a top 10 guy. I think the Dodgers, they know they overpaid a bit, and that's totally cool. And I think they understand what they were doing there. So hell yeah, dude. I mean, like, for Mookie, it's a deal, and then we overpaid a little bit, but yeah, you're right. Mike Trout's contract it's $426 million.
Yeah, and so, a big piece is that finally LA is going to be able to see the Dodgers at home. They had a huge contract situation with the TV rights for the past 6 years, where a lot of the market in LA couldn't see the games, and now we can finally watch the games here in the Vegas market because we're considered part of the Dodger market, and in LA. That TV revenue is going to add up. It's really going to help with merchandise and sales like that. So signing a big deal like this is not going to hurt them at all, because they're expanding. I mean, they had a rabid base before this, and now that we can actually watch the games, this is going to get more passionate.
Yeah, and I missed 4 years of that. Or during that, I had DirecTV, so even though I lived 40 minutes away from where the games are playing, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah,
It drove me nuts. I missed Vin Scully's last game. I mean, I caught
me
it,
too.
but it technically wasn't airing. It was bullshit. So
Yep.
I'm happy that this is all kind of worked out. TV, everybody can see it. Everybody's happy. The money is going to be insane, and the Dodgers. I mean, in LA, the Lakers are huge, but the Dodgers will always have that bigger following. Like they're always going to be that big. They travel. They're known here. They're known in New York. It doesn't matter. It's the Dodgers. So yeah, they're going to have plenty of money to pay for this guy and pay for Bellinger, which matters to me, and Bueller. Those two guys, I can't lose.
And you know what, too? Something I can't believe I didn't think about this earlier, and he's in a way fucking better position than Bryce Harper, who Bryce Harper's with the fucking Phillies and doesn't have any chance of winning an MLB title anytime soon. Right? I'm like, Dodgers are ready to go this year, obviously.
Every year. Yep. You know? Every year they're going to be ready. They're not afraid to spend money. That Bryce Harper contract, looking back on it, damn, how bad does that suck to sign that big contract? But then the Nationals win the World Series the very next year. Just kind of tells you that sometimes these big name players, they're not the only ones that drive that result.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I can't confirm this, but from what I hear, Bryce gets everything he deserves from people I've known who've talked to him, and guess he's like a real big douchebag. You know,
I've heard some of that too, but I mean, you never know. Yeah. But I mean, look at the Angels situation out there. They got Trout and they got who else? Who they pay a ton of money to those two guys. They should be a much better team, and it's not resulted in wins for them. So,
well, the Pujols contract I think ends this year or next year, and that's just going to free up a whole bunch of cap space. So, but another thing too, guys, we gotta finish a season first off, because there's a very real risk that MLB is not going to finish this year if they start getting spikes in COVID.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I think the Angels have a really bright future, though. Just want to throw that out there. You were talking about it. As a Dodgers fan, I'm still looking across, the freeway and checking them out. They signed Rendon. They are going to have that money open up, so they're going to be able to sign somebody else. They still have Trout. They have Ohtani. Like they're stacking themselves pretty well. Don't they have what's that kid's name? I don't remember. That's all that matters. They got some really big names. Things are going really well for them. So good for them. But really, go Dodgers.
Yeah, no, I root for the Angels too. Whenever I'm down in Anaheim area, I always try to check out a game. So I have no hate against the Angels unless they see us in the World Series. I'm rooting for them constantly.
Yeah. Josh, you got any input on this one?
Oh shit! I just woke up. Sorry. What are you guys talking about again?
Baseball.
That's pretty original, Josh. So did you steal it out from Greg?
Oh.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything because I'm trying to delay me getting stabbed in the thigh for as long as I can. All right, Josh, I ain't fucking with you, man. You do you, man.
Yep,
Duper got a month.
Duper, you just moved up a couple weeks.
God damn
it. Son of a bitch.
All right. So something I was thinking about the other day, right, is I was like, we haven't done like our top list, of things in a while. So, and now that I think about it, I think our answers are going to be very similar here. But Rocky movies, what is the best Rocky movie? And then we'll just kind of take it from there. So, Josh, do you have a favorite? Oh yeah. And I guess we can't use the Creed movies because somebody that rhymes with Fooper hasn't seen all the Creed movies yet. So we can't include the Creed movies. Yeah, I know Fooper, but just Rocky 1 through 5. Josh, what you got? How would you rate your Rockies?
Well, I'm just going to go. Number one's going to be the original, man.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Just the writing in it. It shows him from being a nobody to becoming everybody's hero. And it was a great fucking movie.
But he lost.
So what? Everybody loves him. You don't always have to, like, Angels fans, we love him. but they're not the best. You can love somebody that's not the best, that doesn't win.
It was about the journey to get to the top and to get to that situation. Yeah, it's not always about winning.
See?
All right, Duper, what you got? What's your best one?
I'd probably say Ali versus Frazier was probably my favorite one.
Okay. I'm the greatest.
I mean, that's what I got.
Okay, so that was like in Rocky Jr. or what was that?
What do you mean?
Whatever. Anyway, so Rick, what you got?
I picked Rocky 2, just on entertainment factor. Rocky 1 is my number 2, but my number 1 is going to go Rocky 2. I wanted to see him win.
You know? So I cannot believe, especially you, Duper, when you call yourself a fucking patriot. I can't believe you guys didn't say Rocky 4. It has to be Rocky 4.
Number 1?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's on my list. I don't know. Okay, here's my 1, 2, 3. Rocky 2, Rocky 1, Rocky 4. That's my order. The only reason Rocky... What's that?
Yeah, my number is Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Balboa, Rocky 4.
See, Balboa is my 4.
Yep.
It's hard. That one's a hard one.
You can't beat the original Rocky.
Nope.
I'm with Josh on this one.
Dude,
it's about the hero's journey.
Think about the time frame. You know, Rocky ended the fucking Cold War, dude. That was how significant that movie was. You know?
Yeah, but in Rocky 1, he found Adrian.
Dude, Rocky 4, he killed Apollo Creed.
But
in Rocky 1, he overcame Apollo Creed.
No, that was Rocky 2.
Rocky 2, sorry. Rocky 2 overcame everything. Like, that's my argument. This is where you actually see that pinnacle.
No,
everything
dude.
that built up in Rocky 1.
Rocky 1, he overcame his own obstacles within his own life.
He was more articulate in Rocky 2.
Sometimes the biggest villain that you have and the biggest thing holding you back is yourself. And we learned that in Rocky 1.
Or the Soviet fucking Union, you know, with Gorbachev and shit.
Here's what I'm sad about. We've talked about all these, and I actually agree with Duke, because Rocky Balboa to me is amazing. We've talked about all these, and nobody's mentioned the fact that although Rocky 3 sucked, it did have one of the best villains ever in Clubber Lang.
Absolutely.
And Thunderlips.
And Thunderlips. Really was Clubber Lang. But I'm just saying, anytime you can put Mr. T in a position like that where it's I mean, that's why Rocky 3 doesn't really matter. It's good, but it doesn't get you. But God damn it, Clubber Lang. Can we just put Clubber Lang on the list?
I don't know. Would you would say Clubber Lang was bigger than Ivan Drago or Creed?
I think that Clubber Lang. Yeah. Okay. So if you were looking at, there's two Apollo Creeds, right? There's good guy Apollo Creed after he gets his ass kicked, and there's Apollo Creed before he gets his ass kicked. I think that the villain Apollo Creed is not as good as Clubber Lang.
A non-humble Apollo. Well, he was more arrogant than Clubber, right? And they're just in different positions. Clubber, dude, and Clubber was right. Rocky was dodging him.
Yeah.
Duper. Rocky 4. They were in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know? Living in America.
Yep. On Rocky 4, man. I love Rocky 4. Rocky 4 is not the best Rocky movie.
I mean, I agree. I love Rocky 4, but I'm never going to put that at the top of the list.
Dude, no. I will Blake you. Dude, he ended the fucking Cold War.
He did.
You know? But I will tell you, I think it was it 2 or 3? I really like the ending of 2 or 3 where it's like the after or the scene right before the credits where it's him and Apollo walking towards the ring and then it stops right as they're throwing a punch at each other. That was awesome.
That was a good one. There will be no rematch. There ain't going to be no rematch.
That was one.
A good scene.
Dude, yeah. One was the no rematch. 2 was where they box.
I want to know where their fucking robot is from Rocky 3. Or no, I thought it was 3.
Was 3 or the Happy Birthday, Polly? That one?
Yeah, dude.
Terrible. And that's what knocks that movie down
Yeah.
is like that 80s generic bullshit that they threw into it. And the music in that one just was not as good.
Dude,
Just
that's what
4.
Stallone. His sequels, like I love them, and I love Rocky, and I love Rambo, and then all of a sudden it just goes into that '80s shit, and you're like, "Fuck, man, you just ruined something great." Until he came back 30 years later and did Rocky Balboa and Rambo.
All right. So what I'm gonna do? All right, I'm gonna count to 3, and I want you guys to say out loud what the worst Rocky movie is. Okay.
Mhm.
So.
Are we
3.
actually? Wait, hang on. Are we including Rocky 4, 5? Is that actually a thing, or are we
Rocky
just
5.
ignoring? Are we making sure
What is
that
that?
still doesn't exist?
I don't even know what you're talking about. There's
That parody
2,
movie they made in like 1989.
3, and
Well,
4
Rick.
in there, Balboa.
Rick,
Yeah.
I was trying to do a team building exercise where all of us are on the same page, and you just fucking ruined
Okay.
it.
Okay,
My
go
bad.
ahead.
No, keep going.
Asshole.
I wanted to know the rules. My bad.
Okay, let's do the words Rocky. 3, 2, 1,
Go
Rocky
team.
5. Boo. Okay. Thanks, Rick.
No, go ahead.
No, it's done. I'm over it.
I didn't know if Rocky 5 was canon or what were we doing with Rocky 5?
Rocky
It should.
5.
Yeah. Rocky 5. I don't know. Maybe that's the way our podcast is going to end because we're barely going to make it to episode 5. So maybe we're doing all our good stuff previously and we're just like going down
Saw the future.
a steep slope. Yeah, dude.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna have a fuck that motherfucker in the future about Rocky 5 and how
Dude.
upset I am about that stupid fucking movie.
I don't know how you can because it doesn't exist.
I mean, I can only pretend it doesn't exist for so long.
I'm more than happy to put my head in the sand and pretend like it doesn't exist.
Or
Well,
you could do your FTMF and then we'll just bury our DVD. Well, I don't have a DVD copy, but we'll like go find one in like the 80-cent Walmart bin.
Did
and
it
then,
ever
like,
come out on DVD?
I'm sure it did somewhere.
Somebody
it
wanted it?
did.
Somebody
Yeah.
watched that movie after 89, 90,
Maybe.
whenever it came out?
Maybe in Nebraska or something. I don't know.
You know,
Rick.
all right, to be fair to that movie, there is a scene in it where he's talking to his son about how life is going to knock you down. You got to get back up. It's a really, really motivational speech that he gives his son. But outside of those 5 minutes, the rest of the movie is garbage.
Yeah.
Fuck all that movie.
I mean, why are you
Fuck
talking
that
about
movie.
CTE? Nobody cares about CTE. What's
All
wrong
right,
with
can
you?
we talk about since we're talking about boxing, can we talk about how Mike Tyson's going to fight Roy Jones Jr. now?
Is there a date for that?
It's in September.
Yeah,
September.
September 12th.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I want to see.
I am legit going to pay for this pay-per-view.
Hey, Duper, since I bought the McGregor Mayweather fight, do you want to buy this one?
I mean, I guess so. I thought you codied everything and stole everything from the internet, but whatever, dude. I'll pay for real money.
Allegedly. Dude, all right. So, all right. Before we go any further in this, do you guys remember the code to get to Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
No.
Is it the same as the Contra code?
Not at all.
I have no idea then.
This one involves numbers.
What is it, Greg?
What?
Are you ready?
Yeah, dude.
Duper, how about you? You want to take a stab at it before I give you guys the answer?
Dude, I have no idea.
007 373 5963.
Are you reading that off something, or is that from
Nope.
memory?
That's all natural, baby. I don't remember anything, but I remember that code to the day I die.
That explains a lot about just who you are as a person, because you don't really have the capability to know a lot at this point in your life, and it seems like your RAM is full in your computer brain because of codes such as this. So maybe it's time to let those go, so then you can move forward with your life.
No, dude, that's the greatest fucking code ever. And I think out of all the people I've ever asked in my life if they remember what the code is, no, I think only one other person was like, oh, yeah, it's this. And I'm like, all right, dude, you're good with me. You know, if I remember who that was, I'd invite him on this podcast. But, you know,
He's just going to lock arms like the end of Rocky 2.
that's it, man.
Greg's
You
just
know?
making up shit again.
Jesus.
No, dude, try it right now. Go on your NES or your NES Classic or your Nintendo Switch, you know, and put that shit in there.
When was the last time we saw Mike Tyson in the ring? Isn't it the one, it was like the third round, and he just went over to the corner and he quit, right?
Yeah, what year was that? I remember that.
I don't know, 1904, 1905, right around that time.
No,
Dude,
you're right.
I
He
thought
did. He kind of walked out on it. I can't remember who he was fighting, but it was nobody, and he was just done. It's like, nah, I'm done.
He just
Now,
wanted to sit down.
did you see that motherfucker? He has dropped like 100 pounds. He looks like Iron Mike. Like, he's scary looking now.
Yeah, it's gonna.
He's always scary looking.
I think it's gonna be a good fight.
he used to always have his training camps at the Planet Hollywood out here, and my wife would see him all the time, and she'd work, because he'd just be in there just fucking working out and shit. Real
I don't
nice
think it's
guy.
going to be a great fight. I really don't. Tyson, even when he was in his heyday, Tyson was a knockout guy. Like, he would destroy you in the first couple of rounds. So if you're looking for like a Floyd fight that's going to go 12 rounds, this is not going to be it. I mean, it might, but I mean, even in his heyday, Tyson didn't really have the endurance to fight a long fight. And now Tyson was probably one of my favorite fighters of all time because of that power that he had. But when you take that power away from him, I don't know how entertaining of a fighter he really is.
Well, just like our podcast, it's not going to go past 5. That's what I'm predicting.
I think that everybody is sleeping a little bit on Roy Jones, though. I love that guy in his prime. So I think that he's really, really smart. He's fast as shit. I think it is going to be a difference between power and speed in their 50s. So we'll see what happens. It'll be entertaining, though. I'm willing to buy that pay-per-view and watch it.
Is it going to be like a UFC fight where it's just 3 rounds?
Or it's like 12 seconds?
That's a good question. I wonder if they're going to do that. That would make sense.
Or maybe 5 rounds for like championship fights?
I think it would be more interesting if Tyson came in and instead of like in his corner having like a trainer and shit over there, he just had his tigers. So like if there's any blood, like his tigers would just lick the blood off of his face.
That would be the most amazing fight ever.
I agree.
I want the dudes from The Hangover to like be at his fight.
I bet you there's something's going to happen. They're going to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so? It's interesting. It's cool. I mean, bring it. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm probably still going to buy it, even though I don't expect a lot from it, but I might check it out. As long as the undercard is decent, or if it's cheap, the fight itself. So,
Duper, me and you will just exchange masks throughout the fight.
We're going to exchange? You're not supposed to do that, dude. What is wrong with you?
Good, I thought that's what contact tracing was.
See, dude, forget that fucking code from Mike Tyson. You can open more brain power to remember more stuff today. All right?
What? 0, 0.
All right, on that note, I think it's time to wrap this thing up. So we got any closing thoughts out there? Rick?
Greg, I fucking love you. Even when we're angry at each other.
We just need aggro rooms, dude. We'll be fine.
Dude, we did. We just needed to go break some shit together and tell Duper to fuck off. I feel so much better already.
Why are you dragging me into your shit, Rick? Like,
I'm just telling you fuck off. That's all I was saying.
What the fuck, dude?
You know what? There's been
And then first off, yeah, I fucking made this shit up, you little bitches. So I'm the one that created the shit.
Excuse me, sir.
Duper's getting
again. If you can remind you, if you need me to remind you again, this was supposed to be a Rick and Duper podcast, so it was both of us that came up with this shit.
These motherfuckers again.
Adrian.
Hey, Josh.
I'll tell you, this is a collaboration between 3 friends and Josh. So it is going to be a lot of fun.
All good.
Oh, man, this has got to be a bonus episode. It's like, hey, you want to hear them when they're all fucked up and mad? Like, this is it.
No, it's a good thing.
That's funny.
Josh, you have any closing thoughts, do you think?
About Duper's podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're not making it past 5. And,
stealing more shit from Greg, huh?
I'm going to steal shit from both of you. That's now my goal. To steal shit from you and Duper. Or
you know what we should do, like, legitimately, is have, like, episodes 1 through 4, and then, like, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. You know?
Good idea.
I actually listed this episode as 1.1 because I thought it would be a bonus. It's kind of funny. That's how I saved the file.
Nice. Nah, dude, I love you guys. I still fucking hate. It's like a love and hate thing with me, you know. Like I hate you until I'm talking shit about you, and then I get happy, and then my emotions turn to love. It's just the way it is, and I'm not even fucking drunk for this shit. Can you imagine if I was drinking? Like
oh
how
my
much
god,
more?
so many fucking baby tears will be coming out of your face.
Dude.
Oh my god, when are we gonna do a drunk episode? That's the question.
We should not. We have to get episode like 25 to 30
Yeah.
because right now everything's just too volatile. Like, oh my god, you guys are all quit.
I'm ready for it, man. I'm evolved.
I'm ready
You know?
too. Let's do this. Let's get drunk.
Yeah,
guys.
dude.
Hey guys, we forgot one thing in this episode.
What?
We forgot to give love to Arthur.
Well, we forgot two
Nah.
things, but let's give the love
Yeah.
to Arthur really quick.
No, Arthur, I gave you all my love, man. You know, so I have no more love left to give because I never heard your feedback from the last
That's true.
funny
Yeah.
podcast we did.
There's nothing.
Yeah, bitch. The only other thing I want to add to this is it's been 998 days since the Astros robbed the Dodgers of the World Series.
Jesus.
It's true.
Fuck you, Astros. Now Tuve.
That's it?
Yeah. No.
Dude, you got anything to part off with then?
No, I don't know why you guys all hate me so much. I was not part of all of this anger that was going back and forth this week. So I don't know why you guys keep dragging me into your bullshit, but whatever it is, I was just giving hugs out. So I'm sorry you guys were mad.
Because you went to that safe space.
Yeah, I go to I go to my. That's why you guys need one. You guys need a safe space. I don't know. You guys need to come up with your own thing, maybe.
I need an aggro room.
Just copy dupers. That's what I did.
That's why Josh had to go first on the intros and the bios because he would have just fucking copied one of us like straight up, just like I don't know.
Well, now that I have your flavors, I will do a better bio. That's more to follow.
I mean, yeah, Duper. Since we gave ours away and Josh too, are we gonna redo ours? Or are we gonna add to it?
I say we wait till episode 10 if we make it that far.
I was planning on doing one about you being a lumberjack this time around, though.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Okay,
dude, save it.
How wants to do it now?
Remember, we have story time. We still have to do too. So,
dude, this brain doesn't stop, and there's plenty here for Josh to steal. So, I'm more than happy to carry him along with us.
That's how I live life.
All right, let's wrap this up. I will talk to you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
007-373-59